Welcome back to Home Team Advantage. I'm Gary Gimbetti along with Mike Egan, and we're going to be discussing some topics in sports today, mainly probably pro sports, Olympics. If we, obviously we'll have enough time to do that. So
now that we're cut down to
27 minutes today.
Yep.
I don't know. Well, maybe that's the start of us getting kicked off and booted off the air.
Well, just because you said something derogatory about Ron getting his duck cleaned.
Oh. Duck? Is it duct tape or duct tape?
It's duct
tape. Okay. So,
Anyways.
but first we have three people that, we knew.
Yep.
Kevin Jamnick, Roger Sockman, and Mike Hellstrom all passed away this week. So we want to send out our condolences to those families. And I know the Sockmans fairly well. I knew Mike, I guess I really didn't know that well, but I know Greg.
Yep.
So, and he was out golfing yesterday, and I know I had to be pretty tough on him to have to golf in that. And Jamnicks, of course, I know them, and I know Aaron obviously just got the high school hockey job, so it's a tough way to go, and I just feel bad.
Yep. Tough on the families, and like you said, we hope and send our condolences to all three. I remember the Hellstroms when we played that pickup game fundraiser against the Minnesota Vikings, and they would play in that game, and that Aaron used to work for me at the restaurant. So, and I coached both of them at one time. So, it hits hard when a young person like that is.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
But
it just seems like it's been a bad 7 or 8 months
Yep.
of stuff happening. But again, like I say, the two of us, we're not getting any younger.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, okay. You just feel young? Because I feel like I'm about 80.
I feel like I said earlier, I feel like the people that were at the fair the other day watching the storm come in, they look like people on the Titanic watching the iceberg.
Yeah, don't get out of the way of the storm coming in.
Until it hits.
Yeah. I was just sitting in my garage, and it had my garbage can blew over one time. I went and picked it up, and
Yep.
then it blew over again, so I thought, well, I better just leave this in the garage.
So are you regulated to the garage now?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's my second
The TV
home.
in there?
No, I don't have a TV in there yet, but don't give me any ideas, because my wife won't like you for that. I should put a TV in there.
There you
It's
go.
not heated though, so it's kind of tough to. If I had a heated garage, it'd be different.
But
But
let's
so it
let's
starts
get,
on a somber note, but now we'll hopefully
Yep.
we'll pick it up here, and we'll start talking first locally. The Hibbing Amateur Baseball team will be hosting the Region 10C tournament
tomorrow,
starting tomorrow.
which is the 3rd.
Yes, and I do have the schedule here. It shouldn't take too long to bring that up.
Sound like other things?
Yeah. Yeah. God. At 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Roseau plays Fergus Falls. At 1 p.m., Detroit Lakes takes on Bemidji. At 4 p.m., Dilworth, and this isn't a completed schedule because there was 2 play-in games. Hawley and Sabin played on the 27th, and Breckenridge and Foston played on the 27th, and then those 2 winners played on the 28th. But I don't know which team won out of there, but whoever did will play Dilworth at 4, and then Hibbing takes on Ada at 7 that night on Saturday night. And then there's games on Sunday, winners bracket games at 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. and then elimination bracket games at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. So, and then the tournament shifts to next weekend still here, where they'll finally figure out what 2 teams will be coming out of this 10C tournament to go to the state tournament, which I don't know where that is right now, but usually it's somewhere down south, I believe,
Right.
southern Minnesota. So, hey, if you want to go see some good baseball, please show up, because that Hibbing team's pretty good, and all these other teams are
Stacked.
too,
Yeah.
I'm sure. So it should be a fun weekend of baseball. Adams Schaefer and Zach Vandermeer are the two kind of co-managers, or maybe I don't know if they're co or not, but they've both been helping each other run the team, and we'll see. I mean, it's going to be good.
They're actually got a pretty, weren't they like 16-3 or something like that?
Well, they have a pretty good record, and they're like on a 9 or 10 game winning streak
Yeah.
right now. And then they obviously War Road forfeited last weekend,
Yeah.
so they didn't get any games in. But they had a practice last Saturday for sure, and they don't practice much, however. But none of those guys, I don't think, really need it.
Well, most of them are usually playing VFW or Legion or some other
Well,
form of baseball, and then they get together to play for the Hibbing Miners. So
yeah, and most of them are all college players, so they
Right.
all had a spring full of baseball. So, yeah, please, if you say there's nothing to do in Hibbing,
there's
If you're
nothing to do in Hibbing.
if you're one of those people, there is something to do this weekend. They will be charging for tickets because they have to defray costs of some stuff. So, but there will be a concession stand, and I do believe that I think they can sell alcohol.
Oh,
So there will be alcohol. I think. I don't hold me to it.
well, that's a good draw.
Well, that is. I mean,
Get a beer and watch a game.
That's right. I believe so, and I know they'll be cooking stuff, hamburgers, I'm sure, or maybe hot dogs and stuff. So grilling, I should say.
Did they ask you to do a concession? You can be up in the concession. Hey, cool bit.
I can't. No, they have all the games. Will be attended by most of their players until their game, and then they have. I'll be doing, I think, the public address and covering it, obviously, and then somebody will be doing the scoreboard and that. And my son probably doesn't want me to say anything, but he'll be taking tickets during their game. But otherwise, they have everything covered otherwise.
Good.
So,
So you've been practicing all the last names now? You got
no, I have no idea who's going to be on what teams.
Clem Cadiddlehopper?
Yeah, sure. That would be easy. Probably be names there I don't recognize.
Yeah.
But also, if you remember way back when, WMFG, Joe Lancello,
Yep.
he will be coming up. I think he works for a radio in Ada, radio
Oh,
station in
nice.
Ada. So he'll be coming back to town, broadcasting their games. And I don't know what station, and I'm sure we can't pick it up here anyway, but
We should mention too, Monday, the Hibbing Chamber has their annual golf outing. And I noticed that they closed that street along the third hole there. They must have known we were coming to play.
well,
A lot of golf balls in that
yeah,
road.
yeah. I wish they'd on along that fourth hole. I wish they'd cut the grass
Oh,
by the street there, but because it
lose,
looks.
lose a lot of balls there, do you?
Well, I don't, but it's terrible. It looks bad.
Oh,
They should keep it trimmed. And
So,
there's a
hopefully-
lot of other places on that course I wish they'd cut grass too, but the workers there do a great job. Not knocking the workers, they all do a great job. They had a lot of cleanup yesterday
I bet.
with the trees and limbs or not a bunch of big trees, but just branches off of trees
Yeah.
getting knocked off when they were during that storm the other night. Which is funny because it only lasted not even 5 minutes.
It was, I don't know, I was up with the grandkids at the fair, and we ended up in the cow barn. Pretty tough getting locked in a cow barn with the doors are closed.
So, but yeah, so there you go. There's something going on here. High school sports probably starts the 10th
I think so, yes.
or whatever.
Spring.
No, 10th, 11th, maybe the 12th, I think.
Spring, yeah.
Yeah. Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, I would assume the 12th because they got football has the 3 weeks to
Get ready.
or the 1 week to get prepared, and then the second week they put the pads
Pads
on,
on.
and then they'll start hitting each other. And I just hope the turnouts. I hope the turnouts well. There's a lot of good players coming back out,
And hopefully some new players.
well, that's the issue. They got to get the new guys
Get
out
the
there.
numbers up.
Yeah, they got to get the athletes in the school out to play football. And
When do they sign up for that?
well, I'm sure they'll start. Well, you can probably sign up now online, I would imagine, and
Yeah.
then obviously I don't think the AD's office is open yet. It doesn't open probably till the 12th. And maybe they're there, I don't know, but I know they usually don't start signing
I'm
people
trying to
up.
remember, they had a deal for physicals too. You gotta have a physical.
Yeah, make sure you get your physicals done if you're one of those kids that needs one. It's every 3 years, I believe.
Yep.
So get in there and it'll be fun. It'll be sad, kind of, because summer's coming to an end, but it'll be fun too because now you get to see all these teams and how much these players have improved over the summer.
Right. And hopefully see how many hit the weight room
Well,
this summer.
That's the key. I talked to one father who said his son put on 25 to 40, 45 pounds of weight
Good.
or muscle
Muscle?
this summer, so he's all set to go. He's a football player. I won't say who it is, but
Well, I've noticed too at the Lux, we picked up a lot of, I should say picked up, but we've had a lot of the younger kids coming in and actually not screwing around, actually working, which is nice to see.
well, that's you have to. And if you want to be competitive, you have to get bigger, faster, and stronger. And then obviously winning takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate it does, but you get the right kids out, you might pick up a few, maybe 3 or 4 wins. Because like we said, the first year for Dave Frizzell was here, he got a lot of hockey players out that year, and they were about 500, weren't they?
Yes,
And that's good. That they were competitive.
compared to what they used to be. Yes.
Yeah, so they were competitive, and then the coaches started caring more than the kids, and that's why he left.
Yep.
Well,
Well, that's
allegedly
not-
that's why he
yeah.
left. So, but Babe Glumac said he did. Oh, you think he said on the show he did run into him down at the Mall of America one day and talked to him.
Coach Frizzell was a very competitive coach, very intense, and wanted to teach the kids. But like you said, when he started seeing some of the things that were going on that he didn't like, he decided to move elsewhere.
Yeah,
So,
he did. So, and he was like at Belle Plaine or Jordan. I think Belle
Yeah.
Plaine was the place where he was coaching now. So,
anyways,
uh,
now it's that time of the year. Olympics are here.
yes.
We were talking before the show in our pre-conference meeting. That took all 3 minutes. First we heard about the duct cleaning,
Duct cleaning.
and then the knee,
Yep.
then the black and blue mark.
Yep. And the physical therapy,
And the
that,
physical
he's,
therapy.
that he's about to undertake. And it doesn't seem like he needs it because he's walking around just fine. So I don't know why.
Going to the Twins game tomorrow.
Well, he is.
Yeah.
So
Joe Mauer sent him a personal invite.
going down to get that plaque,
Go to get that back.
replica plaque.
Remember, just brush afterwards. Anyways,
How do you
United
think? How do
States
you,
team doing well.
well, yeah, they are. They are.
But we were talking about the boxing. Now it's the main story. You've got a person from the United States that's won 13 medals, Ledecky,
Ledecky, yes.
the
Katie,
swimmer.
yes.
But that's being overshadowed by the fact that they got 2 dudes fighting in the women's division. And yesterday, one of the guys, or whatever, anyways, he hit the girl so hard from Italy that she quit.
Oh.
And 40 seconds into the bout. And now they have another one that fought this morning that won 5-zip, and I guess it was pretty dominant. So I don't know.
So these are U.S. boxers that are winning.
No, one is from Thailand and one is from somewhere
Oh,
else.
okay.
But last year, the WBA, which is the World Boxing Association, banned these 2 individuals because they failed their test. But the IOC, the Olympic Committee, said it says they're women on their passport, so they can box.
Well, why would they want to box men? I don't get. That's the part I don't get. Isn't there
It's
women's
2
boxing?
Yes, it's 2 men identifying as women.
Women. 2 men identifying as women.
Fighting in the women's division.
Oh, they're fighting in the women's division.
Right.
So
That's why the girl said, "I've never been hit so hard before."
Oh, so the two that identify as women were the ones that won the matches
Correct.
because they hit. Okay, now I understand
They're bigger,
what you're talking
stronger,
about.
hit
All right.
harder, and it just it's unfortunate that a story like that can overshadow, like I said, the young lady that's won the 13 medals now, and that Simone Biles. Biles. What an athlete!
13. She's got
smokes.
13 medals, I think, for sure. So,
But she just, I'm not much of a gymnast guy, but you watch her perform on a mat and how high and twists and turns, and it's unbelievable.
oh, that anything a gymnast, whether it's male or female, whatever they do is incredible.
Yeah. Well, the male and the men's team took the bronze first time in 16 years. They're able to medal, and it was really nice to see afterwards the camaraderie that they had, that they can supported each other, and last night the 4-man rowing team won a gold medal for the first time. So it's been pretty successful so far for the American Olympic team. And then now track starts today, so
Well,
we got the world's fastest man and the world's fastest woman running in those. So
yeah, I don't know. It's nice that the women, the swimmers, are medaling, but I don't know how the rest of the world is caught up so fast that all these other swimmers from other countries. And I get it. I mean, they're training, but two of those swimmers are being trained in America by American coaches.
I was just going to say that the French male swimmer that won.
Yeah.
And I like you just mentioned, most of those swimmers that are swimming for different for their national team all go to college in the United States. So it's not like they're getting trained here versus getting trained in their home. But
Well, the French swimmer is Marchand, I think, and then Summer McIntosh from Canada was also been trained. I think it's by Bob Bowman, who's a well-known swimming coach, very good at what he does. So he's training swimmers to beat us.
My dad trained me to be a swimmer.
Oh yeah.
When I was 3 years old, we lived on the lake.
Just threw you in.
Threw me in.
Here, Mike.
Luckily we had I had my black lab there to pull me out of the water.
He just said, "Mike, learn how to swim."
Learn how to swim.
And he threw you in the water. That's a good way to do it.
Yep.
You learn how to swim fast.
Sink or swim, baby.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, now we'll see track. I mean, there's Noah Lyles. He wants to go for the double 100 and 200. And I guess there's a runner from Jamaica who has run the fastest time so far this year. So we'll see.
Yep.
I mean, it's a toss-up in the 100. Yep. The 200, he might have a better chance maybe, but I hope that the U.S., being from the U.S., I hope the U.S. dominates in track. I mean, I think we should dominate in swimming.
And I was surprised the other day, I was watching the men's volleyball, 2-man volleyball, and there's a individual on the American team that used to play for the Timberwolves. He's the first male to be an NBA player and then also participate in the Olympic volleyball.
Wasn't Budinger?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. You might. I don't know the sport.
See that crack mind of yours that just.
Yeah. I can't remember. You had said the sport, I guess, but I don't recall. I don't remember what sport he was.
LeBron was there cheering him on.
Well, then there was, and I made a wise crack remark, I guess, earlier in the Olympics when I turned it and watched table tennis. And there was I can't remember if it was a guy or a male or a female from Thailand. And I'm like, when's the last time Thailand had a swimmer or somebody in track? So those are the sports they excel at. They excel at table tennis.
Now you're profiling.
Well, I know, but if you're
Were
going
they playing Forrest Gump?
No, that's not what happened. But I think there was still a U.S. woman in the table tennis.
Good.
I'm not sure if she's been beaten or not yet, but I know she advanced to the round of 16.
What do you think about all these additional sports they have now? They got surfing.
Yeah, which is not even in Paris.
Yeah.
It's in Tahiti.
Yeah.
How far is Tahiti from Paris? I have no idea where it is.
It's a long wave ride, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I can't believe that those swimmers, those triathletes, got in the Seine River.
Yeah.
That day. I guess they ran that, didn't they?
Yep. They swam in the river.
I don't know if I have I know what I want to say, but the guts to do it.
Well,
I mean,
That's like going to one of those pool parties they have in Vegas, and you got 2,000 people in a pool.
well,
Don't know if I'd want to swim in that afterwards.
yeah. Well, you would know more about that than me, I suppose.
I did.
but-
I went to one
Yeah.
last weekend.
Yeah.
My kid took me to one. It's quite the scene.
Yeah. I don't. And then I saw the speed walking, part of the speed walking one yesterday, and I don't think there was an American in the group.
You should try that. I mean, down Howard Street.
Nah,
Oh, there goes Gary again.
yeah. I'm glad they have an event for them, but it looks like they're running.
Yeah.
Technically, it looks like they're running.
Well, we got a few minutes left here because we're cut to, so we better get into the Twins since, Ron's going to be there tomorrow, getting his personal, interview with Joe Mauer.
Yes. Good for him.
Hey, Joe, can I have your plaque?
Well, the Twins are obviously,
Still in it.
well, they're 6.5 games out of first right now.
Yeah.
And they probably shouldn't have lost 2 games to the Mets, but they did. But at least they came back and rebounded in that last game and won 8-3.
I think their only chance of making the playoffs is going to be as a wild card.
Possibly, very much so.
But they didn't do anything again. Come trade time,
No,
nothing.
And I know a lot of people. I don't know how the players react or respond to that, but how do you think they should respond to that?
I would be disappointed if you have the ability to go out and trade maybe for somebody by using somebody in your farm system. They've got some really good young players, but you still got to have pitching to win a game. And if you can go get a pitcher, you got to do what you can. And they didn't do anything. They're going to rely on the same old group they got now, and that's proven not to be their forte.
Well, they're, and it's hard to say when you're like 11 games over 500 that they haven't performed. But
Well,
yeah,
it's like they're in the division they're in.
yes, but it's not that bad of a division anymore.
No, that's true.
It's probably one of the better.
Because Kansas City's, 7 games out now?
No, they're ahead of. They're 6 games out.
Oh, they're
so
ahead of
a
the
half
Twins
game
now,
ahead of
wow.
us.
Okay.
So we have the 3rd wild card spot by 2 games over Boston.
Yeah.
So it's nothing's a given at this point. But now they beat the Mets. Now you have the White Sox, who have lost 17 games in a row.
Yeah. And they'll probably beat the Twins.
Well, that's the scary part about it, because that would be the team that would beat us, because we don't come ready.
Yep.
And we take them lightly, and then they'll end their 17-game losing streak, and it'll hurt our chances to gain ground on Cleveland, because we have the White Sox, and then we have the Cubs in Chicago, and then after that, I believe next week the Guardians, Cleveland comes here, and we have 8 games left with the Guardians. The Guardians are 5-0 against us right now,
Right.
and we just didn't see. Now it was early in the year, and they were having issues. We were having issues, or the Twins were having issues. So we'll see. It's going to come down to those 8 games. I mean, if you can win all 8 of them, you pass them
Yeah.
right there. You're going to pass them, and it's not like they can't win all 8 games. But where's Correa?
Oh, he's got a bad
Yeah, he's out.
foot.
Yeah, so he's not playing. At least Lewis is back.
Yep.
At least
For another week.
Miranda's back. Yeah, until and then Kepler, he got hit in the back of the head the other day by that throw from the catcher. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't, but that'll probably knock some sense into him.
Well, but evidently he's not out. Miranda, though, got hit with that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Good thing he had that helmet. I mean, obviously you have to wear a helmet, but
Right.
I hope it got mostly helmet. Because when they did show his face, it didn't look like anything was caved in or bruised or anything like that. But still, that's an experience, I'm sure, there when you get hit in the
Something
head.
neither you or I would want to experience.
No. I think I'd be wearing a face mask if I was going up
Yeah,
to the
throw the
plate.
goalie helmet.
Yeah, no, because if you're going to hit me, you're going to hit me with a face mask
Yeah.
on. I just, and for a pitcher to be that out of control, I know we're getting probably offline here, but how do you get that bad where you hit a guy in the head? I mean, unless you're trying,
Unless you're trying.
because if I was in that and I'm big tough guy here sitting here talking about it, but I wouldn't necessarily go out and fight because I'm sure it was an accident. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose. But I'd be ragging on that pitcher the whole time about his control.
Yeah.
I'd get him so mad out there that he would lose his composure, and then you go from there. But I don't know. It's a tough situation. But they got to have that full team.
Yep.
But then again, you're talking about the trades. Who could they trade to get somebody good?
Well, you got a couple of young kids that they could.
Yeah, but
They showcased them the last couple of weeks.
well, yeah, but they're not trading Brooks Lee.
No.
You're probably not trading Matt Wallner, but you could.
Yeah.
He'd be one.
Yeah.
Trevor Larnach,
Yeah.
you could,
Yeah.
I suppose. Who's some of the other ones?
I don't know.
Oh, Edward Julian,
Yep.
possibly, because has not. But again, I'll cut him some slack because
Kepler.
Wallner didn't have Miranda didn't have a great second year, and now he's come back like this. So maybe Julian will have a.
Why not a
rebound.
veteran like Kepler?
Well, you could, but it's hard to. He's having a pretty good year.
Yeah. Or a
So-
part-time player like Buxton.
Yeah, he's been playing quite regularly
Yeah.
now, so he's hitting up about 280.
All right. Well, I got to keep my eye on the clock because
Oh.
you just keep rambling on.
Yeah,
You're a
fair.
rambling man.
Well, that's what
Let's
the
go
show's about.
Vikings.
Yeah, let's go Vikings. They should have their first preseason game a week from
They showed
tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, and then they showed McCarthy throwing a 50-yard bomb to some kid in practice. Oh my God, our savior's here.
Yeah. Well, on that note, for Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti. We'll see you next time on Home Team Advantage.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. HPAT thanks Premier Fitness at the Lux for their donation and support. They welcome individual and family memberships. To learn more, call them at 218-440-1191. Up North Lettering specializes in embroidery and heat vinyl press applications, along with patches and letter jackets. For more information, call them at 218-966-7850. HPAT would like to thank them for their donation and support. Hibbing Public Utilities' future vision is focused on providing gas, steam, electricity, and water to their customers with ease and understanding. To learn more, visit hpuc.com. And HPAT says thank you, Hibbing Public Utilities, for their donation and support.